All right, so I'm going to show you how to set up for acoustic. First off, make sure the console is on. Watch the video on how to turn the console on. I explain everything, but it's on. So I'm going to go into Pro Tools and create a new session to demonstrate here. So new, make sure that you're on the Studio A I/O. All right, and I'm going to save this to the Studio A work drive. We're going to call it AG Demo. All right, and go ahead and import in from the Studio A template. So session data import. So go to the desktop, session templates, sessions, Studio A template. Get all of these master buses, or all these master tracks, and get the click, and come down here and get these buses. These are your routing buses. And since we're doing acoustic, let's go ahead and grab all of these acoustic tracks. All right, make sure you're importing everything, which you are. Let that load up. Okay. So what you imported in here, you have your musicians talkback, which is how you hear them talking to you. You also have the cue master, your mix master, just everything, all the utility tracks you're going to need. You have your click tracks, your count, and these are your routing tracks. Let's go ahead and make those active. All right, and for the purposes of demonstration, I'll go ahead and pull in a track. All right, pull this up here, and let's go ahead and engage this send, which is your cue mix. That's what's going to send to the mix in the headphones. All right, so that's everything in Pro Tools for now. So let's go to the acoustic room. All right, so once you're in the acoustic room, I like to plug in these lights and turn this lamp on, and then you can turn this light off. There's your vibage, all right? And so I typically use two different mics to record. I use this Soyez pencil condenser. Take the cover off, put it back in the stand, and I usually use this U67 here in the box. Okay, so I have this mic set up. I'm gonna go ahead, make sure that this guy is plugged into input 1 of this panel 10, and make sure that this is plugged into input 2 of panel 10. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the 67 on. All right, let's go back into the control room. Once you're back in the control room, make sure all your racks are turned on. Turn all of them on. All right. You can always check your input list here to see where everything is. And your acoustic guitar, you have the Soyez going through the 1073, and then the second 1176. You have the U67, that's wrong right there, but it's the U67 going into the Avalon right. All right, and you can use that to double check your patches as well, but we are patched correctly. Also, in this 1073, you do need phantom power, and every time that you turn this off and turn it back on, you have to re-engage phantom power, and you do that by pushing in on the trim pot. All right, so now let's go into Pro Tools. Let's record enable our AG left and right. So I'm going to switch over to DSP mode. All right, so you can tell we are getting signal on that on the right mic, and let me just flip the gain a little bit, flip it up on the left just to make sure. Yep, so we are getting signal on both mics. And so you can see here, we're coming, it's sending out outputs 5 and 6, which are your AG 1 and 2, which goes into the console, sends out of these groups, which come into the Behringer Power Plays, AG 1 and 2. All right, so one more thing, once the console is on, you're going through the console, you do have to change your talkbacks. So come to your engineer talkback first. Make sure the mic is plugged into the push to talk box. You can see it's in that last channel on the console. You are getting signal. And we can change your producer talkback as well. So it's already plugged into the cloud lifter. So just unplug it from that channel 6, thread it through here, and take your push to talk, plug it into there. You can set it up here. And make sure your push to talk is plugged into number 8, which it is. And you can see you're getting signal on that last channel as well. So now your talkbacks are working. Oh, and last thing, the musician talkbacks, which you probably will not need to use for the acoustic guitar, but just in case, your musician talkbacks all come through this Mackie. So just make sure that your Mackie's turned up so that you can hear them. All right, and that's acoustic guitar.